everything. 2016 is kind of like a touchstone year. It's just like, okay, it's the before and the after. So and that is just, I mean, due to, I think, the traumatic event, and dealing with a loss that is unexpected, and then also so public.
For us, it was a real grieving process of the person that we loved and lost. And for the community, it was a grieving process of, they felt like they had lost their safety. And so for us, it was strange to be in a community, I think, that we weren't all grieving the same thing, but in a very public way. And yeah, there is before February 20th, and then there's after. And it does definitely change how you perceive the world and how you move forward. That bubble of safety, I think, that people exist in, doesn't exist for us anymore. But in some ways, it's okay. And we figured out how, I guess, in the last few years, how do you deal with that? Like, we know that our mortality is very real, and I guess we try to live in the moment as much as we can. Make sure when our kids walk out the door, they say goodbye before they leave, because we know that might be the last time we see them.
A lot of people don't realize that Dalton's not already locked up. I mean, he is locked up, of course, but that he didn't just plead guilty, and so I think it'll be surprising for people to see it back in the news again, and it'll be interesting to see how that affects, the community, because a lot of people haven't been thinking about it, and to bring back all those memories.
3 years is a pretty ridiculously long time for justice to, I know the wheels of justice turn slow, but it's just pretty slow. And I think that in some ways we've been able to fortify ourselves or strengthen ourselves and strengthen the supports around us. So when we do have to deal with this again, we have the things in place we need to. If we would have had to do this right away, it would have felt even more like a blur, I guess.
Well, when can we expect this? And they're like, okay, they set another date, and then there was another delay, and then the appeal. And after so many times, it's like you really don't believe it until. And the first couple times are hard, because there's a certain amount of, you feel that there's certain steps that you have to take to get through this. I mean, both emotionally and, legally. Mm-hmm. And so until you finish all those steps, you don't feel like anything is completed. And not that there will ever be closure, but having the trial will definitely be one of those big steps to get past, so that you don't have that lurking in the back of your mind.